Creperie Cafe. Maryann Rabbit works at Creperie Cafe. She not only cooks crepes, but also waits on tables, takes care of the payments, and washes the dishes. She is very busy, so the cafe is only opened for a short time from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. One day after closing time, Maryann found a small green purse on the ground outside the cafe. She opened it and saw the item inside. "Oh my," she said, and made 5 flyers and put one of them on the door. It read, "Lost and found, a small green purse, Maryann, Creperie Cafe." Then she left to visit Tommy Fox's grocery store. "Tommy, I found a purse. Would you put this flyer on the door of your store?" Tommy took a look at it and said, "No problem. Let me do that right now." He did so quickly. Next, Maryann came to Susan Cat's laundry and asked the same thing. "Yes, put it on the counter. I'll do it just after ironing the shirt," she said cheerfully. The third place was Alex Bear's flower shop. After listening to Maryann, Alex agreed to put the paper on the door. Maryann walked and finally arrived at Ben Rabbit's shoe store. Ben was about to have tea. "Maryann, would you like to join me?" he asked. "Yes, I'd love to. Thank you." Maryann was so thirsty that she was delighted to join him. They had a good time over tea and muffins. Ben also put the flyer on his door. The following day, just after opening the cafe, a female bear in a wheelchair came in. She said in a big voice, "Hello, is anyone there? I heard you found a green purse." Yes, yes. Maryann quickly appeared from the kitchen. She didn't recognize the visitor. "So you are the one who lost it. Here you go." Maryann pulled the purse from the pocket of her apron and handed it to the bear. "Oh, thank you so very much," she said with tears in her eyes. At that moment, Alex Bear walked in. "Maryann, this is my Aunt Jane, who's visiting me for the week. When we came by here yesterday, she must have dropped the purse. Thank you for finding it." He handed Maryann a small bouquet of beautiful flowers. When she saw them, she exclaimed, "My goodness, thank you." "Aunt Jane, I understand there is something very important in the purse. May I see it?" Alex asked. "Yes, you may." She opened the purse, took out a photo, and handed it to him. "Wow, this is your husband before he passed away. He was handsome, wasn't he?" Alex smiled at his aunt as he turned over the photo. There was a message on the back. "Dear Jane, do you remember the day we walked around the hill near the lake? We held hands for the very first time. Having met you is the luckiest thing that happened in my life. I love you, James." "Isn't that something?" He shrugged as he looked at Maryann. She nodded gently. "Thank you, Aunt Jane." Alex returned the photo and they left. A month passed. It was early summer. Alex came into the Creperie Cafe just after closing time. "Maryann, may I talk to you?" He looked sad. "Sure, what happened?" "It's about Aunt Jane." According to him, Alex helped Jane sort out James' belongings. To his surprise, he found a love letter from another woman. "Oh no, I can't believe it." Maryann shook her head. "Does your aunt know about the letter?" "Yes. She saw me holding the letter. I had no time to hide it." "How is she doing now?" Maryann asked. "She was upset. She sold her place and moved into mine. That's fine with me, but the problem is that she seldom talks or laughs. The worst thing is that she doesn't eat very much." "Oh, that's not good." Maryann looked down. "Maryann, if I bring her here after closing time tomorrow, will you cook something for her?" "Yes, I will." Maryann nodded. The following day, Alex brought Jane. She looked different. No expression on her face, her eyes saying nothing. "Welcome back!" Maryann hugged Jane and said to Alex, "Why don't you go now? I'll bring her back later." "That'll be great, thanks." He left. Maryann pushed the wheelchair, set it at the table near the window, and brought 2 plates. "These are sweet grapes, lemon zinger. Let's eat together." Although Maryann finished eating, Jane didn't even touch the fork. The second day, it was a chocolate tropics grape. Jane still didn't eat. The third day, it was a Denver grape. Jane again didn't eat. The fourth day, Maryann didn't serve any grapes. Instead, she sat down in front of Jane and began talking. "You know, I was once married. My husband left me." Jane looked up, surprised. Maryann continued, "Because I fell in love with a married man, he couldn't forgive me." Jane leaned back. "Honestly, I don't know how it happened, why I thought I loved another man." Jane slowly closed her eyes. "Jane, I'd like to ask you this. Haven't you ever had any special feelings towards a different person after you married? Even just for a second?" Jane said nothing. "I know you were shocked to find the letter, but I can tell you this. The message on the back of the photo was absolutely true. Having met you was the luckiest thing that happened in James' life. He loved you." From her closed eyes, tears fell down her cheeks. "Do you want to carry this anger for the rest of your life? Or do you want to live peacefully? It's all up to you." There was a silence for a while. Then Jane opened her eyes and asked, "What's today's grape?" "It's the Veggie Delight." Maryann smiled at her and hurriedly walked into her kitchen to fetch 2 plates. A few days later, around 4 p.m., Alex Bear came and knocked on the door. "Maryann, it's me, Alex." His voice was cheerful. The door opened and Maryann appeared. "Hi, Alex. How are you?" "Maryann, I don't know how to thank you. Aunt Jane is eating now. We'd like to invite you to dinner tomorrow. Can you come to our place around 5:30 p.m.? "Why, thank you. Tomorrow around 5:30 p.m.? "Yes, I can." "Excellent. By the way, Aunt Jane told me that you're not a good actress when you confessed your secret to her." "What? How did you know I made up the story?" "She said you sounded like you were reading a script." Alex chuckled. "Oh, is that so?" Maryann looked embarrassed. "But of course, she appreciated everything you did for her, and she said James was faithful no matter how many love letters he received." "Really? She really said that?" "Yes, she did. Can you believe it? You have made her think that way." "Oh, that's just so wonderful." "I think so too." "Then, Maryann, I'll go now. See you tomorrow." Alex waved to her as he left. "Yes, see you tomorrow, Alex." Maryann waved back. She looked very happy. The end.